Hey guys, Love Well team. This is a quick review on Google. There's no real reporting yet because we just did the build out and then we kind of waited before we launched it to Google to scrub because we wanted to make sure was it going to be Level Health, Level Hospice. And after talking with Derek recently, we know which way we want to go. So I'm just looking at Level Hospice because it is ranking and indexing with Google. So almost 200 clicks, almost a little over 6,000 people. This 3.2 typically better than print or mail or email, right? When you do like national campaigns, man, it's unheard of to be at 3%, right? If you're like at a strong 1.5, or 2 like we run, you're above the pack, right? Everybody else is just under 1% when we talk about click through rate. And I say return is they saw it, they did a search and clicked it, then they saw or they see the stuff that's circulating in Google and then they're acting on it. This is a click through to the website where they either are, doing a request, looking at information, or clicking for the number to call, right? You see your average position is 23 as an aggregate. Doesn't sound great, but we're starting from kind of the zero. But you can see we've already made a little bit of headway because you've got a lot of pages of the website already in the single digit range. This one's still sitting at 10. So look at the searches. Hospice near me, and you're sitting at position 8, which was higher than the average 10 or 12 rank. So really only being 30 days in with the real work that's happening because we have to do a lot of construction first and then let Google re-scrub it. Then we'll begin indexing. But we see a lot of good avenues to get going quickly, right? So hospice volunteer, those kinds of things. And we also see the ones that are dropping, which is not a negative. You want to see the trends. That's why it takes months to do SEO. I mean, look at this thing, hospice for veterans near me, 900 plus clicks. You're ranked 33, which is bottom of page 1, if not top of page 2, right? But nobody's looking at page 2. And look at this one, palliative care near me. So see, you're starting to get indexed because I've crossed these three things together and it's starting to have a little bit of effect. But now that we know the target and the lineup, it'll clean itself up a little bit and we'll get these looks and get people engaged to the point where they're doing something. See hospice Plano, 92 clicks, but page 46. So some of these things you're not going to get any action until we push them, which we've begun to do. Hospice in Texas, that's a big target, but listed as 80, right? Hospice Combine Texas, wow, weird, right? So you can kind of see all the pages. When we get down to the ones that kind of don't matter, hospice care in Allen County, man, that to me matters, but it's only 29 clicks, right? So, and then remember this percentage here is what CTR, click through rate. So once you get past about right there, hospice for veterans, no one's clicking on it because of more than likely the rank. I mean, I'm surprised that that is 2.7, but that could have just been you guys at the office looking at it. Fairview, right? It's page position 1 on page 1, but nobody's engaging. But people are looking. That could be my team looking at it, right? So gives you an idea of the activity that's happening there. But the whole idea is we're going to get more than most of these pages up to a point where it matters, and then you'll see the calls and or folks signing up or needing the service from and signing up online with you, right, or reaching out to you online. And that's where you're going to see the difference of the cost of this in a year versus sales rep teams, because it should produce you those 3, 4, 5, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 new clients as this thing progresses. Because once you start owning market share, the process we have, you won't lose it. But that gives you an idea a little bit of what's happening on the onset. We just got started. We kind of held it up for about 30 days because of the Lovewell Cares thing, but then also now Lovewell Health came into play. But I believe we're going to still spearhead it with Lovewell Hospice because it's the most indexed out there. So that we actually have, per se, a baseball team on the field that we can work with, right? Lovewell Cares is not even there yet, and Med Partners page, we're going to scrape the data, the content we used for the card, and make a landing page and make three things real. Okay, all interconnected, and then all interconnected to the Lovewell Health, right? So then, as these things start to index, which we already got a good foot forward, they'll be indexing as well, and eventually, you know, I would say probably a year, year and a half, we could actually make, at least probably a year, make Lovewell Health the go-to target, right? But in the meantime, you see the cross-indexing, you see things happening. We wanted you to be aware. Derek, I'll send out the invoice and link for the landing page for Med Partners. Just a small little flat charge, just so I can have my guy build it. And we'll do that. It's just a one-time deal. We'll throw it onto the hosting, and we'll host that sucker for you free for the first year, okay? And then next year, your hosting will evoke with that one, and Lovewell Cares, all right? So, wanted you to kind of see a little bit of things, right? There's a lot here. This is called the Google Search Console. This gets very technical, but wanted you to be aware of what's there. We always attach the Google Search Consoles to websites that we build and host to our main console because I've been indexing for years, and so you want that. So Google actually looks for anything I add to my deck, and I have a lot. There's a whole lot of people, see, a whole lot of websites here. So we added you guys way back when, and so it's been tracking well. Now that we're going to be affecting the SEO, you'll see this dashboard change. And you may see some of these things hit pretty strong. You may see some fade out, but it all still depends on demand. But as an aggregate, are we ebbing and flowing with the search queues in the areas that we want to target for the services that we offer? You see how that will promulgate together. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. We'll talk soon. I should have Lovewell Cares resolved with Microsoft. I'm hoping by Friday, but I was supposed to have it done this week because they've been calling me working on it. If not, I will give it a test run to add it to the Microsoft panel and see if it'll work. Because supposedly they were at the point of resolving it. Looks like they were looking for permissions or something from the internal of GoDaddy to Microsoft to get that done, and I believe they've accomplished that. All right, talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.